Real Madrid is in Manchester to face the quarter-final second leg at a stadium where Manchester City has not lost in their last 30 matches. It promises to be a difficult match for Real Madrid, which is the team that has reached the semi-finals the most times.
With tomorrow's match, it will be your 60th match in your career with Real Madrid, and you will be the second coach with the most matches in the Champions League for Real Madrid. Will this be a match between coaches or between players?
As I have always said, football belongs to the players, and naturally tomorrow will be no different. What happened in the first leg was a very competitive and entertaining match. I think the players will, as always, be the protagonists. We will see a match with players of great quality.
Jude Bellingham was not in the last match here when Real Madrid lost 4-0. The record in this stadium is 4-0, 4-3, and 2-0. Does this give more importance to tomorrow's match, having suffered before in this stadium, or will it simply be another match for Real Madrid?
I think we don't have to think about what happened before. We just have to think about tomorrow's match and how we're going to play it, considering only what happened last week. We just have to fight, compete, and have confidence in ourselves, and that's it. That's what we will try to do. The last match was very even, resulted in a draw. There are another 90 minutes left, and anything can happen. We have confidence in ourselves and that we have the quality to cause them problems.
Taking into account last year's result, the result of last week's match, and the great potential of Manchester City, what worries you the most?
Nothing worries me. Nothing keeps me up at night. What keeps me up at night is if I eat too much for dinner, then I might not sleep well. But I have a lot of confidence in my team and my players, how well we have done this season and how well we are doing now, because we are doing very well now. So nothing really worries me.
Jude Bellingham recently said that he has worked more for the team during the last 2 months, and that has made him lose a bit of effectiveness in scoring goals. What is your opinion of Bellingham's words? What changes have you asked of him in recent months?
Well, I ask the same of and that is to work for the team, which means having commitment and attitude. What Bellingham did in the first half of the season was a plus because he scored many goals that no one expected. I ask him to continue working for the team, as I do with all the players, including Vinicius and Rodrygo. The work of the attacking players is noticeable in this regard because we are the team that concedes the fewest goals in La Liga. This tells us that the collective work of everyone in the team has been very good, especially the attackers. So the more work we have from players with quality, the more commitment we have.
In last year's tie and in this one against City at the Bernabeu, we haven't seen much of Haaland, but here in Manchester, it's more noticeable. Are you not worried that he is one of those players who can have a bad match, but the next one is perfect? Do we need to be more careful with him?
If we talk about individuals, Haaland is still one of the most dangerous players Manchester City has. The fact that he didn't appear in the first leg is credit to our defense, but Haaland is possibly the best center forward in the world. He is always a very dangerous player.
Last week, after the first leg, Jorge Valdano, former coach of Real Madrid, said, "Real Madrid versus Manchester City has become the new classic of modern football." Do you agree with his words? Has Manchester City become the team to beat for you?
There are many teams in Europe that are very strong and can fight to win this competition. In the last 3 years, we have faced each other, and it has always resulted in fantastic and very entertaining matches. I think tomorrow will also be a fantastic and very entertaining match.
Jude Bellingham recently said that a good coach makes players believe they are better than they really are. He says you have done that with him. You have worked with many brilliant players in your career. How good really is Bellingham? How good can he become?
Bellingham's really good. I think he is a modern player with a lot of quality, very technical, and physically very strong. It's very difficult because he's a midfielder, but nevertheless, he can cover a lot of ground on the field due to his quality and physique, and he's doing very well. For the future, he will be one of the most important players for Real Madrid. He is only 20 years old. Sometimes we forget this, but despite being so young, he is very mature and professional aim. He is a fantastic player for us.
When Real Madrid plays a Champions League match at home, there is a lot of talk about the club's history, statistics, and the mystique of the Bernabeu when playing the Champions League. Do you think for tomorrow's match, these factors can have an emotional impact to beat City? They have gone many matches without losing, the precedent from last year, and Real Madrid has never won here.
Yes, well, the truth is that if we look at the statistics, everyone can see it as they prefer. I have always said the statistics are there to be broken. There have been many cases in stadiums where Real Madrid had never won, and then we won. Statistics are good for the fans, but I personally think that statistics are there to be broken.
Earlier, Guardiola said he was surprised by Real Madrid's approach in the last match. Do you have any more surprises for Guardiola for tomorrow's match?
No, there's no such thing. I think we know each other very well. Pep can rest assured that I'm not going to work any magic.
Bernardo Silva recently said that Manchester City likes to control matches and they don't like the game in transitions. When you hear something like that, do you think about opening up the match or maybe playing more defensively against them?
We plan to play a complete match. This means attacking well and defending well. Playing well with the ball and trying not to lose it unnecessarily. Playing with transitions on the counterattack. In general, putting in a complete performance for tomorrow. We are not focused only on one aspect of the game, but rather focused on all aspects of the game.
Real Madrid fans are somewhat restless in these moments before the match. What message do you share with those who say they will only watch half of the match? What can you say to keep them calm?
Well, I personally think that Real Madrid fans are calm now. I don't think they are restless. In this tournament, Real Madrid has always competed well. Real Madrid fans don't have to be the most restless when it comes to this tournament. In fact, they should be happy. I don't see anxiety, at least not in our environment. Absolutely not. We have confidence.
I would like to ask you about Camavinga. Eduardo Camavinga should be a starter tomorrow.
Are you sure he's going to play?
Well, I hope so. We'll see tomorrow, but I hope so.
Yes, I hope so too.
Camavinga has shown great maturity in these types of matches. How do you see him?
For young players, these are matches they have to take advantage of to gain experience. The experience that these types of matches give you. Emotionally, Camavinga is very, very calm. I believe he has a lot of confidence in himself. Certainly he has done well, but he has to improve because he still has to improve. Not everything he does is perfect, and he has things he needs to improve, but with the quality he has, he will undoubtedly improve.